Hello students, today we will proceed our chapter Light, Reflection and Refraction, and our today's topic is refraction. Refraction is also one of the wonderful phenomena which we can observe around us, and it is also one of the wonderful phenomena of light. Refraction, the phenomena of bending of light from its straight line path as it passes from one transparent medium to another. So this process of this phenomena of bending of light when light enters from one medium to another medium is called refraction of light. So when light, for example, when light, this ray which strikes on this interface, on the surface, this is called incident ray. Okay, this is a transparent, this is the medium first, and this is second medium. On entering second medium, it enters in the second medium and refract. Okay, it bends from its path, deviates from its path. So this ray, so the path of the ray of light in the first medium is called incident ray. So this is the incident ray, and the path of the ray of light in the second medium is called refracted ray. So this is the refracted ray. Second medium, the path of the ray of light in the second medium is called refracted ray. The angle between the incident ray and the normal at the surface of separation of the two media is called angle of incidence. So the angle between the incident ray and the normal at the interface of the two media, this angle is called angle of incidence. And the angle between the refracted ray and the normal at the surface of separation is called angle of refraction. So this is called angle of refraction. This is angle R. Okay. Now we will proceed this topic and we will see that how the light deviates in different conditions of refraction. How it deviates in different conditions. Whenever a ray of light passes from one medium to another, the following three situations are possible. The first situation, when a ray of light passes from an optically rarer medium to a denser medium. Now what is rarer and denser medium? Rarer and denser medium, air is a rarer medium as compared to water. Okay, in which the particles are far away from each other, intermolecular force is less among them. Such medium is called rarer medium. And denser medium in which the particles are very close to each other, that medium is called denser medium. So when a ray of light passes from an optically rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal, and angle R is less than angle I in that condition, as shown in figure A. A figure in which this is the incident ray. Okay, it from the air it enters into the glass. Glass is a denser medium, so this refracted ray, it bends towards the normal. So it bends towards the normal in this condition, and this angle, the refracted angle, this is the angle of refraction. This is less as compared to the angle I. So angle R is less than angle I when light enters from a rarer medium to a denser medium. Now second case, when a ray of light passes from an optically denser to a rarer medium, then it bends away from the normal. So second case, when light enters from a denser medium, that is glass, denser medium to a rarer medium, air, in rarer medium the speed of the light is greater as compared to the denser medium. In a rarer medium, the speed is higher, so it bends away from the normal in rarer medium. So in this case, the angle R is greater than angle I, which is shown in the figure. So angle R is greater than angle I when light enters from a denser medium to a rarer medium. Now third case, when a ray of light traveling along the normal, okay, when ray of light falls perpendicular to the interface. So when the ray of light traveling along the normal, it passes undeflected. It passes undeflected. So here the angle I is equal to angle R, which is equal to 0 degree, as shown in this C figure. Okay, here the angle I falls normally, so it passes undeflected. So angle I is equal to angle R is equal to 0 degree. Now students, there are various examples in our day-to-day life in which we can observe the refraction of light. Several natural phenomena are also based on this refraction of light, such as twinkling of a star. It is due to atmospheric refraction. Okay, in this way, rainbow formation, in which refraction is also one of the factors. Similarly, when we immerse a pencil in a glass having water, it appears to be bent. It is due to the change in the speed of the light when it goes from air to water. So the bending of the pencil, it is due to the refraction of light. It is due to the refraction of light, the pencil appears to be bent. Similarly, the water in the bottom of a tank appears to be raised due to the refraction of light. So there are various examples from our day-to-day life in which we can observe the refraction of light. Now next, refraction through a rectangular glass slab. Now we have to observe how the refraction takes place through a rectangular glass slab. Now, when a ray of light incident on this interface, AB interface, okay? So what happens when this ray gets incident on this interface? So it enters into the medium, and as the light enters from the rarer to the denser medium, so it bends towards the normal. Okay, and again when light enters from denser to a rarer medium, again it refracted away from the normal. Okay, it deflected away from the normal. So in this way, when a ray of light passes through a rectangular glass slab, it gets bent twice. First at the air glass interface AB. Second at the glass air interface, that is CD. So twice the ray gets deflected. So what happens when light enters from air to glass? Its speed changes. There is a change in the speed of the light. So the ray of light deviates from its path. Again, when ray of light enters from glass to air, again it deviates from its path as the speed of light changes. Okay. Now, here the incident ray makes the angle with the normal. N dash is the normal at AB interface, and M dash is the normal at CD interface. So incident ray makes the angle with the normal, so that angle is known as angle of incidence. Okay. Similarly, the refracted ray makes the angle with the normal at this interface. This angle is known as angle of refraction. Okay. Now, when a ray, refracted ray, it emerges from this interface, the angle is known as the angle which this ray makes with the normal ML dash. This angle is known as angle of emergence, and this ray which emerged at this interface CD is known as emergent ray. This is known as emergent ray. Okay, so the emergent ray, if we extend this line, this incident ray, then we find that these two are parallel to each other. So the emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray and is displaced through a distance, which is lateral displacement. Now the lateral shift in the path of the light on emerging from a medium with parallel faces is called lateral displacement. So this is called lateral displacement. This is the displacement of incident ray from its path, okay, after refraction. So this is all about refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. Students, the process of refraction also follows certain laws. So the first law of refraction is the incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal to the surface separating the two media at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. Now in this diagram you are seeing that there are two medium first and medium second. Now I is the incident ray which falls on this medium second, and on medium second it refract. So R is the refracted ray, O is the point of incidence, and N is the normal ray. So the incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal all lie on the same plane. Now second law, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant for the light of a given color and for the given pair of media. This law is also known as Snell's law of refraction. So Snell's law of refraction. So for the given media, the ratio, the sine I divided by sine R is a constant, where I is the angle of incidence and R is the angle of refraction. This constant value is called the refractive index, which is represented by N. So N is equal to sine I divided by sine R. Refractive index. Refractive index, the refractive index of a medium for a light of given wavelength may be defined as the ratio of the speed of light in vacuum to its speed in that medium. It is denoted by N. So N is equal to speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in medium. Speed of light in vacuum is represented by C, and speed of light in a given medium is denoted by V. So N is equal to C upon V. Speed of light in vacuum is taken as 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So the refractive index of medium with respect to vacuum is also called its absolute refractive index. Refractive index depends on some factors such as nature of material of the medium and the color of wavelength of light used. So it depends on basically on these two factors, refractive index. Now optical density. The optical density of a medium represents its ability to refract light. A medium having larger refractive index is called optically denser medium, while the medium having lower refractive index is called optically rarer medium. So the medium having higher refractive index, it means that medium is optically dense. While the medium having lower value of refractive index, it means that medium is optically rarer medium. Okay. Relative refractive index. The relative refractive index. Now in this figure there are two medium. Medium first is air and medium second is glass. Speed of the light in medium first is v1. Speed of the light in medium second is v2. Now when light enters from medium 1 to second, it deviates from its path. So this figure is showing the refraction of light from medium first to medium second. Now the relative refractive index of medium second with respect to medium first is defined as the ratio of the speed of light in medium first to the speed of light in medium second, and it is denoted by n to 1. Thus n to 1 is equal to speed of light in medium first to the speed of light in second medium is equal to v1 divided by v2. Similarly, the refractive index of medium first with respect to medium second is denoted by n12. It is given by n12 is equal to speed of light in second medium to the speed of light in first medium is equal to v2 divided by v2. In this way we can calculate the relative refractive index. Okay, now we will see the refractive index values in different media. Students, following is the table showing the absolute refractive index of some material media. Now here you are seeing that refractive index of different medium are given. So air having value of refractive index 1.0003, ice 1.31, water 1.33 refractive index, alcohol 1.36, kerosene 1.44, fused quartz 1.46, turpentine oil 1.47, benzene 1.50, crown glass 1.52. Now the value of refractive index is increasing. Canada balsam 1.53, rock salt 1.54, carbon disulfide 1.63, dense flint glass 1.65, ruby 1.71, sapphire 1.77 and diamond 2.42. So diamond has highest refractive index. In this table, from this table we can conclude that diamond, the refractive index of diamond is highest, and air has lowest refractive index. Now, an optically denser medium may not possess greater mass density. From this table we can see that an optically denser medium may not possess greater mass density. For example, kerosene having higher refractive index is optically denser than water, although its mass density is less than water. So now, and from this table we can also conclude that the diamond has highest refractive index.